Told you you so extra, but I know I'm the same. Yeah. Love me in spite of my trauma. Give me what I need instead of the drama. Cause when it pop off, it's like, oh my. All good all day, but the night we be going so hard on the flip side. So tell me what we on a day, babe. I could keep that same energy.
We'll be making our signature chiffon cake, which is super soft and so fluffy. It's our customer's all-time favorite. To start, we set this oven to 160 degrees Celsius. While the oven gets nice and cozy, we can start making the cake mixture. We know the pain of mastering chiffon cakes, so if you like a proper tutorial video, let us know down in the comment below. Here, you want to use a loose bottom anodized aluminum cake tin. Basically the opposite of non-stick, because the chiffon cake needs something to stick and climb to rise. We'll be making the cake in a heart shape, but the round one also works. To start off, measure the dry ingredients in the same bowl. You will need flour, rice flour, cornstarch, salt, baking powder. You can find all the measurement full recipe in the video descriptions below. Give it a quick mix and set the dry ingredient aside. Next, we measure out the wet cake water. You will need oil, milk, sugars, vanilla, and stir all in one bowl. It is important you emulsify thoroughly with your whisk before the next step. Siphon the dry ingredients into the wet mixture and using a whisk gently mixing it. We'll do it batch by batch, so we don't get any butter boogies. Be aware you don't want to stir too much as this creates gluten. Once it's looking smooth, we can separate and plop the egg yolks to join the butter party. Be careful while doing this as you don't want any egg yolks mixing into the egg white. Now, Leave the egg white aside and we'll come back in a second. We'll then incorporate the yolks into the batter using the folding technique to minimize the gluten. The lower the gluten, the better outcome. Stop mixing once you get the smooth pancake-like consistency. Back to the egg white. Add in the sugar and tiny bit of crème of tartar or lemon juice if you prefer. Whip the white to make the cake meringue. Starting from the high speed, then finish off with a lower setting. You are aiming for a steep meringue here. Now, we'll add half amount of the meringue into the batter mixture. Handling these like a baby as the meringue is the key for your cake to rise in the oven. Again, it's not stirring but using a folding motion with your whisk. To mix the remaining, we'll switch with a spatula and reverse pour the mixture back into the bowl with the remaining white and keep folding. Again, be careful not to over mix it as you will deflate the air. Stop mixing it once you end up with velvety, smooth batter full of volume. Fill up your cake tin 2/3 of the way, and to remove trapped air bubbles, we use a skewer to throw through the batter, but a toothpick also works just as well. Followed by a quick tap on the counter and give it an insulation foil jacket before braving the heat. These tricks help to distribute the heat more evenly into the cake for an even bake. And now make last final prayer since it's in the hand of the oven for roughly 40 minutes. Time will take care of your baby, watch it rise and grow in volume. Your cake will be done baking once it stops rising, reach a peak point and deflate slightly. Or you can just cheat inside the skewer checking if it's come up clean. Tap the cake down to remove excess steam air and immediately cool them upside down, leaving them hanging for at least 2 hours or overnight, allowing it to cool completely. We'll then unmold the pillowy, fluffy cakes. They may look like delicate little beings, but just be brave. Pushing the sponge away from the side of the cake tin, then pushing the cake out from the bottom pan, gently release it. Same technique to remove the bottom pan, gently pushing the sponge away from the cake tin until you feel the base detach. If your chiffon has made a successful journey, it should look like this, springy and soft. You can stop here as there's nothing better than eating a plain chiffon cake with coffee. But since our small business is needy, gonna make them a little bit more tempting. In this case, we're gonna make a decoration for Mother's Day. this is. Ooh, it's fully white. Ooh. Okay.